progress.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good
Okay,
evening.
great. Thank you. Good evening. I want to talk about this statewide mask mandate that Mr. Riley is proposing. Mr. Riley gets his authority basically from the Board of Education. And the Board of Education gets its authority from Mass General Law, Chapter 69, Section 1B. And I would challenge anybody to read that statute and tell me where in that statute the board has the authority to mandate masks. All right, it's a long statute, it's about 10 pages long, and they have the ability to deal with all policies relative to education of children. And it concerns all the nuts and bolts of education. So certifying teachers, reviewing federal grants, auditing school performance. They have no authority whatsoever to make policies concerning vaccination percentages, contagious diseases. There are statutes on the books already. The legislature has already spoken on this, how we handle contagious diseases in school and how we handle vaccinations in school. So the Board of Education and Commissioner Riley do not have the authority statutorily to do this, and they do not have the authority to go outside the scope of the existing laws concerning contagious diseases and vaccination, all right? Mr. Baker got away with the mask mandate because we were under a state of emergency. That is now over, all right? So the executive branch no longer has the authority to impose this burden on our kids. And if you look at the press release that you were reading earlier, Mr. Riley goes on to quote Lieutenant Governor Polito, and she essentially says, she essentially implicitly acknowledges that the masks are a burden on kids, and that burden is going to be in place until 80% of the student body gets vaccinated, all right? They have no authority to do that anymore, and it's going to get challenged. Next, I just want to talk about these petitions. So the last speaker talked about this pro-mask petition. So it was started on August 15th. It got all kinds of publicity. It was on 22 News, it was on 40, it's in Mass Live, etc. So from the 15th when it started to now, they got 762 signatures. So I went on to see whether those are in fact residents or not, and I couldn't see who voted. I looked at the comments, however. So there were 29 comments.
Justin, just so you know, I just want to be fair to all the presenters. You have about a minute left to speak.
Okay, I'll be as fast as I can here. So I checked the assessor's database. Only 16 of the 29 comments were from taxpayers, all right? I started my own petition. In half the time, I got 331 signatures, and a similar petition started the same day, 139. So that's 470, all right, with no publicity, whatever. So there is support for your decision, all right? You made the right decision. And just really quick, I hear these doctors, it seems like everybody's a doctor, everybody's a scientist these days. My kid has been going to birthday parties. We've been going out all summer long, no masks, not a single problem in my family or in any family that I know. All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Justin.
Thanks for your service.
Thank you.